parents were raised in Nebraska, and I grew up outside Denver. Now, I have no idea if this is a regional thing or not, or if it's just a reflection of the world of my youth. But I remember very clearly as I was growing up, playing outside on long summer days until my mom or dad would call me, "Jerry, come home, it's time for supper." And I would head home to eat with the family as I had been told to do. Do any of you remember being called in that way? Okay. Well, if there is anything that represents Maundy Thursday, it is the table. Jesus gets up from the table where he shares his meal with those he has loved throughout his ministry in order to wash his disciples' feet. Maundy Thursday is about having supper with Jesus, but it's also more than that. It's also about family and being told what to do, like being told to come in for supper. As many of you have heard me say before, the word Maundy is from the Latin word mandatum, which means command. Our text from the Gospel of John has Jesus saying to his disciples at the table, "I give you a new commandment, that you love one another." We don't always remember this, but there with Jesus at the table are both the one who will betray him, Judas, and the one who will deny him, Peter. He eats with both and washes the feet of both. That is some new commandment, wouldn't you say? Love one another, even the ones who will betray, deny, or otherwise hurt you. In the passage from Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, we hear the words of institution that are so familiar whenever we receive the sacrament of Christ's body and blood. Yet these verses don't stand alone. Here's a little context. Paul has been taking them to task for the unfaithful way that they have been eating what he calls here the Lord's Supper. He says, when you come together, it's not really to eat the Lord's Supper. For when the time comes to eat, each of you goes ahead with your own supper, and one goes hungry, and another becomes drunk. What? Do you not have homes to eat and drink in? Or do you show contempt for the church of God and humiliate those who have nothing? Well, we've all been to some family meals that are uncomfortable. Maybe one of the younger members sits down before the others and starts helping himself to 1, 2, or 3 of Grandma's wonderful biscuits before anyone else is seated. Maybe an aunt or grandparent whom we haven't seen in a while decides to start criticizing our choices, or our clothing, or the food we eat, or the food we decide not to eat. A child refuses to eat all vegetables, starting a tug of war. And someone brings a cell phone to the table, ignoring everyone present in order to engage with someone who is not there. The Lord's Supper is not supposed to be like that. Otherwise, we are showing contempt for God's church and humiliating people, as Paul would say. We gather at the same time, and the bread and wine is offered as a gift. You don't have to bring your own. Neither is it a traditional supper where people might grab the bread ahead of time or ask for seconds. There's no such thing as first come, first served at the table of the Lord. If you are here, and if you want to receive, you will be able to do so. There's no need to elbow each other out of the way so you're sure to get some. We will even come to you in your seat if you let someone know that that is your preference. Breaking down barriers and being hospitable is the important thing. We even offer gluten-free bread for those who are sensitive to wheat, and we believe that receiving one of the elements is sufficient if someone wants or needs to avoid the bread or the wine. It is sufficient to receive the gifts of God for the people of God. This is spiritual food, and we sometimes add, take them in remembrance that Christ died for you, and feed on him in your hearts by faith with thanksgiving. One small crispy piece of unleavened bread like the bread prepared before the Passover and one small sip of wine, are not enough to fill hungry stomachs, but they are enough to fill hungry souls. This is real spiritual food, enough for this day, and if need be, for all days. And so, as we gather around the table on this special night, remember our Lord's command, love one another. Remember that you also are one who forgets him, betrays him, and denies him. Remember that the people around you, who are also part of the body of Christ that was constituted at this Last Supper, are equally imperfect. Yet we are some of the ones who are fed, washed, and loved unto death. And by this love and forgiveness we hold for each other members of the family, all will know that we are his disciples. And if we can obey him in this way, it is the start of loving the whole world.